afternoon. I'm Rachel coming to you with weekly news. It is not too late to register to participate in the 5K Hope Race Saturday, September 25th in Newcastle. You will receive a long sleeve t-shirt and the link to sign up is in your grade level Google Classroom. Here's a special announcement from Sagasser.
Sagasser here. I just want to take a few moments to talk about the importance of attending school. Students, as you know, we're an institution of learning, and we're here to provide you the most safe and productive learning environment that we can. However, if you're not here at school, it's very difficult to provide you the best quality education that we can. So I want to just take a couple of moments and talk to you about our attendance policy. Students, I know that at the beginning of the school, when we went over the student handbook, you were all reminded of all kinds of different things, but one of the main things that you were reminded of was attendance. So I need everybody to realize that it's so important for you to be here at school. And I do understand there's oftentimes, particularly in a time that we're dealing with COVID, that you may be out. But what I need you all to do is make sure that you're bringing in your notes. And what I mean by notes is I mean your excused absence notes. So students, remember that if you're sick, that's absolutely a time that we want you to be at home. We want you to get well, but we need to make sure that you are bringing in a note. Students, if you are quarantined, you know that absence is automatically excused because we've notified you of that absence. So there's no need to bring in that particular note. But let's just say you wake up, it's Thursday morning and you're not feeling well and you need to stay home because maybe you have, a stomach bug or a fever or whatever it may be. The next day that you come back to school, you need to bring that note back. Or a note with you, I should say. It's extremely important. Students, it's also important that you are here on time to school, because just remember, 3 unexcused tardies equal 1 unexcused absence. So drivers, those absences add up really quick when you start to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on tardies. And students, I've been checking attendance over the first few weeks of school. It's honestly not great. We have a lot of students out. We have a lot of students that aren't bringing in those notes. So the next part I want to talk to you about is what happens if you have unexcused absences. Students, upon your 7th unexcused absence, so in other words, if you get past 6, which would mean, remember, 3 unexcused tardies equals 1 unexcused absence. But once you get to your 7th unexcused absence, you lose all your privileges for the extracurricular. What's that mean? Seniors, this is a big one. You don't get to walk at graduation. You don't get to go to prom. If you're on the basketball team, students, you don't get to play. If you're an FFA and you want to attend a field trip or conference or something of that nature, you don't get to go. If you're a marching band, you don't get to participate. All these extracurricular activity things that we offer here are fantastic, and we want you to participate in them. But if you're not here and you're not excused, it does accumulate and you will lose those privileges. So students, if there's something that you haven't turned in to this date, we will take it. Bring in your unexcused absence note. Make sure that unexcused absence is turned into an excused absence. And students, just a reminder, there's a litany of things that you can be excused for. Going on a college visit, obviously being out sick. If you're on a field trip, yeah, those things are excused. Students, I'm going to ask your teachers at this time after today's news that they just take a moment to review over this with you, the attendance policy. But most importantly, we need you here. We want to be able to serve you to the fullest of our abilities here at Henry County High School. And we cannot do that if you're not here each and every day. I appreciate everybody's attentiveness with this issue, and that you make sure that you show up to the office. Miss Bobby will be waiting on you and bringing those notes. Thank you.
All right.
The marching band performed at Beechwood High School Festival of Bands on Saturday. The band earned second place in 1A, an outstanding percussion, and tied for the Outstanding Music Award. Here's a recap of FFA at the State Fair.
I think the FFA members all had a great time at the State Fair. We had 50 signed up. Unfortunately, we had several quarantined on the day of. So we ended up taking about 40 students, and we got to see the FFA exhibits. We got to go through the livestock area. We got to attend a concert that night. So we had a really good time. It felt good to be on a field trip again. Well, the students all wore their masks when they were inside. When they were outside, they were able to take it off. And the concert was outside, so we were able to take them off during the concert, which was nice. And I will say, if you enjoy the fair but don't like the crowds, it was a great year because it was pretty quiet at the fair.
Without COVID, you can be a lot more active with other schools within your region. This year and the past year, it's kind of limited to your own little group. Years prior, without COVID, we got to meet a lot of new people and interact with a lot of different schools, and it made the bond of our region really strong. But as a member of the region team, it's really hard to get our region together and active with each other's schools, so that just becomes a really big challenge. Me and Kate Kephart took our pigs down there. My pig, named Jolene, she got third. Caden's pig got second, and he took two other ones, and they placed also, but we just took our pigs down there. We had a good time.
My name is Caden. I showed the pigs and cattle at the Kentucky State Fair last week. I placed Reserve Division with my Red Angus heifer, and then I got Reserve Yorkshire breeding mule.
I had Grand Champion Open Heifer, Reserve Champion Open Heifer, Reserve Champion Bull. My steer was in the Grand Drive on Thursday night. Yeah, those were the main things that happened.
Out of all the competitions and the hard work from the classes during homecoming week, our senior class of 2022 proudly gets to hang the spirit stick in their hallway. It was so good to see you all again, and I will catch y'all on the flip.